All right, in this episode of Project Big Screen, we have Pixar rankings because we're doing Toy Story 5, also the death of Robin Hood, and is Shrek 5 the most hated trailer ever released? It's been out for about a week now. People loathe the Shrek 5 trailer, which they don't loathe Spider-Man, which we'll talk about as well. All that and more coming up on Project Big Screen. All right, Project Big Screen episode 38. 2 more weeks left in June. We're nearing a big July for movies. But a big week this week as well. A pretty big one. A huge release. Toy Story 5. We're talking Death of Robin Hood as well. New Hugh Jackman movie. Interesting one there. And then we're doing our top 10 Pixar movies. Obviously, pretty massive rankings here. Where do things fall? Where do things land? But let's start out. We had also a couple big trailers. One trailer is one of the most downvoted trailers on YouTube I've ever seen.
Wait, really?
Big hate, like
really?
Major, like turned off the comments hate.
The Marvel one.
No.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah.
No,
we talked about it last week too, but yeah, I still need to get some things off. Was that about that?
Oh, that's right. Because you guys, I forgot we recorded midweek. But
it was honestly
with the reaction of Shrek 5, because since then the reaction's been out and it's bad. It's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
People like are furious about the Shrek 5 trailer.
Yeah, you miss Clemmer said that Shrek's like the dumbest thing that ever came out in the animated world ever. Like he is a shocker, tremendous Shrek hater.
He started doing his cartoon thing where he just like once he wants to disrespect an animated movie, he just starts saying cartoon over and over again.
Yeah.
It's cartoons. Yeah. I don't watch cartoons.
Yeah, but meanwhile he'll literally suck ET's like little brown cock. That he'd rather been like has so many issues with the cartoon, but any kid's property that is live action is okay.
We did the Spielberg ranking too, and there was, I'm gonna guess, just an error on your end putting the list together. You did not have E.T. on your list. Where would it have been?
Was it not on there?
No.
That might have just not. Yeah, I was doing it on a plane, so I think that might have been it. Obviously, the E.T. would have been like top 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
I still
once he
think
said
it landed
that,
pretty high though. So
yeah, once Gooch said that, I'm like there is actually no chance. E.T.
yeah,
is
I'm
not
actually
in Jeff's
curious.
top 5.
I can do an amendment on that list. Can tell you what it actually ended up being.
It was still was top 5.
It was
in our ranking.
No, it was like 8.
Okay, yeah, definitely would have changed.
I can tell you where it would have been.
I think it would have been at like 5. If you had it like top 3, I think it would have been 5 or 4.
It would have bumped Munich down a spot.
E.T. is 3 for me on his list. Mm-hmm. So, I guess I can when we do our list, I'll do it. We'll just do it now. Where would E.T. have landed had I had the proper vote?
So it would have bumped the BFG down from the 3 spot at least, and then I don't know where Tintin would have ended up. But
probably behind the post at like 7.
Just behind the post.
I mean, if you follow me on Letterboxd, I did not put Disclosure Day in my top 15. And the more I think about Disclosure Day, last week was a mess, work travel wise and stuff. So things just kind of got all gummed up. I did want to talk about it, but the more I think about Disclosure Day, the more I dislike it.
That's kind of where we were.
It just falls apart. It's here's my one comment on Disclosure Day, which I think is probably the worst thing you could ever say about a Steven Spielberg movie. The best way to watch that movie is to turn your brain off, but that's like what you say about a Michael Bay movie. And that's just like the script. It's David Cap. The script is terrible. It's a terrible script. It's vague. I still had fun with it, and there's some great stuff in it still too. Emily Blunt, the action stuff, all of that is great. But not my favorite. New top 10 on the Spielberg. I'll mention it when we do our list later. Toy Story 5, when Bonnie receives a lily pad tablet as a gift and becomes obsessed, Buzz, Woody, and Jesse and the rest of the gang's jobs, we'll get to that part in a minute, become exponentially harder when they have to go head-to-head with the all-new threat to playtime. Screen Time is the villain. Hour 42 minutes long. Andrew Stanton directing. He did WALL-E, he did Nemo, he did Finding Dory. He also did 2 live-action movies, which were fucking stinkers. John Carter, bad movie, but very recently, In the Blink of an Eye, a sci-fi movie with Kate McKinnon, dreadful movie. Like, so bad.
John Carter
So
must
John,
own.
John Carter could have been better. John Carter also, part of John Carter's problem was the marketing was just a fucking disaster. Now, I'm not saying it's a good movie, but there is a little bit of that there. It definitely is hurt by its marketing and the fact that it bombed. Tom Hanks back, Tim Allen back, Joan Cusack back, not even back, like a big time main player, Joan Cusack as Jessie. It's her movie. Greta Lee plays the lily pad, then the tablet. Conan O'Brien has a big character. Craig Robinson, Tony Hale, Bonnie Hunt, Kristen Shaw, Wallace Shawn, John Ratzenberger, Keanu Reeves, Ernie Hudson, Jeff Garlin, Annie Potts. List goes on and on. $312 million worldwide, biggest opening for the franchise. Not too shocked on that. 95% split on Tomatoes. IMDb 7.7, Metacritic 73, Letterboxd 3.8. Toy Story 5. What do you think, Kenjac? Where do you have it?
I have it right now as an 88. I think I liked it a lot more than I liked Toy Story 4, but it's still not on the same, I would say, playing field as the first three. And I think that's something that we talk about a lot with Disney live action remakes, reboots, late sequels, anything like that, is that like we know as adults, right? Like the primary goal is to make money. So from I think our perspective, what I really want is to just buy into the illusion that like make me believe for a second that you have something to say. Make me believe that for a second you're making this movie for some reason other than money, and that's it. I want, like, you know, like the cipher in the Matrix, like ignorance is bliss. Like that's what I want. I want to buy into the Matrix, and I think this movie clears that bar because it has all the stuff that you expect out of Toy Story, which is like the visuals, good voice acting, solid kid jokes, and also some for adults, like a little bit of the infrared there, and it has something to say. And I think that the messaging here with screen time doesn't come off too badly to me as like just old man yelling at sky, where it's like, things are different now. Stuff doesn't work the same way. And it feels like the message is more about kids trying to find their tribe and how they find it, whether that be through screen time or whether that be through something else. And I like that messaging a lot. So like, is it better than the first three? No. But I appreciate that it clearly had a lot more to say than Toy Story 4, which is a big step in my opinion. So I'm at an 88.
Okay. I actually liked it a little less than Toy Story 4. I gave Toy Story 4 a 90. I rewatched it. I quite like Toy Story 4, and I like this too. I give it an 89. It's just a hair below it. I think it's very enjoyable. My biggest issue with it, and this is not a spoiler or anything, I'm going to give you the warning to people. The side characters, I just think have taken too much of a back seat in this franchise. Now, I do wonder how much of that is voice actors passing away. The voice actors, I mean, from Don Rickles to Jim Varney, obviously they're not alive anymore. So Mr. Potato Head, Slinky, and they were all there through Toy Story 3. Jim Varney was not alive for Toy Story 3. They did replace him. But obviously since then we've lost, who else was lost in the voice cast? It's going to drive me nuts. Anyway, point being, I don't know if that's part of it. Oh, Estelle Harris passed away, obviously. Both Potato Heads. So I don't know if that's part of it. But for me, it's like if you go back and you watch 1 and you watch 2 and you watch 3, especially like 2. Like 2's got the great stuff at Al's Toy Barn. The side characters are such a big part of it. And I just think they take such a massive back seat in these movies. And it kind of takes away from it a little bit for me. But I like the story here. I like the villain here. I like how they do it. I think 1, 2, and 3 are just a cut above the rest by a pretty heavy margin. But I did enjoy this. It's enjoyable. But I just wish maybe a little better. And I do think that's part of it. I think the side stuff. I mean, Wallace Shawn's alive. John Ratzenberger's alive. Like they're still voicing the characters. Like those characters they just feel less of like, I grew up, I'm a Toy Story kid. I was 4 when the first one came out. Like, I don't know. It's like the gang was my thing, right? Like I liked Buzz and Woody, but like it was the whole gang. Like that's who I liked. So that's kind of my big takeaway from the adult perspective in terms of like what they're trying to do. I think they did a great job. So that's where I have it 89.
Yeah, that would explain it because I think my biggest complaint coming out of the theater was this is all very competently made, like excessively competently made. Like I would go ahead and place your bets on this winning best animated feature. Like it really is just doesn't have a blemish anywhere, but it's not that funny. And I think that is where the good jokes were almost not exclusively coming from those side characters, but they played such a large role in like getting me to laugh. Like we talked last week about, I was doing a rewatch of the first two, like the Rip Torn stuff with the little green army men. So fucking funny. Like hilarious.
Right.
Like
Another one has passed away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything on the
Army,
side.
yeah.
They
died, yeah.
provided such a jolt of comedy every time they were on screen. And you're right, they were pushed to the side here. Although another side character in Jessie, who I guess maybe not side, but she got her time to shine here. But I thought this was extremely well done. Pixar flexed their just top of the line animation department at several points in ways that I don't think they've gotten to in the past few years, even since like, what was the last one? Not Hoppers, but before that. 2
Free
years
Hoppers, like Elio or like
like Elemental, they got to do some stuff there. But this, like the Buzz, and we'll talk more spoilers, but like the Buzz is the Buzz Army side plot gave them a shot to really flex, and then the imagination sequences were fucking incredible.
I love that.
They're great. Yeah, the buzz in the water. Obviously, that's an homage. It looked amazing with the neon low, with the light, with the glow in the dark parts. It was that looked great. I mean, the Toy Story does look amazing.
Yeah, you can tell they have just their A team on this. Like you really can. And I thought I was worried. To Kenjac's point, I was worried going in because there is just so much low hanging fruit available for the tech bad storyline.
Yep.
And I thought they did a very good job of being nuanced on it without completely, giving themselves over to. They could have easily gone extreme in one way or the other. They could have just been like, "Hey, kids should not be on these things. Kids should not be playing with iPads or lily pads or what have you." They didn't do that. And they also didn't say like, no, these are actually good. This is just like what kids play with these days. And the old toys are gone. And this is just part of life. No, they said like, it has its place, but old toys do too. I really respected that. So I'm landing at an 85. I was pleasantly, I wouldn't say surprised by this, but there were some fears going in that this could be a letdown because it's the 5th movie in a franchise, and anytime you get this deep, you got to have those concerns. But I thought they did a really good job. Really, really good job. Now, I would like to hear how kids are responding to it because it plays to kids, but like you said, Kenjac, it does have more adult stuff in it, which has kind of been a Pixar trademark for about 10 years now. But I would like to hear, like, are kids loving this? Because I haven't really heard about that yet.
Seems like it. I mean, it's getting very high audience marks.
Yeah.
So
Kids in my audience loved it. I'm sure I watched it the same way
Yeah.
you did, where it's just in a giant loaded theater full of little kids, and then just yourself as a 30 whatever year old in the back of the theater, just like, I am not a pedophile. I am not a pedophile. Like I almost want to like wear a shirt like that says it. But all the kids in the theater they were having a raucous time. So I mean, I think in that regard, almost hard to say it's not a success.
Yeah, I did the Sunday night showing in New York City,
Smart.
which means that it was just a bunch of people getting high outside the theater and walking in. There were no kids in my audience. Let me put it that way.
yeah, I think we'll get into spoilers here because I mean, how long are we gonna spend on this? It is Toy Story. But you kind of know what you're getting here, and I think they're gonna make another one. I would assume. It just doesn't hit as profound for me as the other 4, honestly. I think it's by a hair compared to 4, but then obviously with 1 through 3, it's like it just doesn't hit that mark. That kind of leaves a lasting impact, which those 3 do, especially 3, which is just otherworldly in terms of like storytelling for a fucking animated movie. It is unbelievable. Not for Best Picture. So yeah, I mean, I like where they go with it. I like how they kind of not wrap up Jesse's storyline, but kind of dive deeper into it. And there are some nice moments, like there's some nice revelations. And we're into spoiler territory now, but her, kind of digging up her old stuff, and going back to the old house, seeing that she did leave an impact on her owner. All that stuff is really nice. But I think, and even the ending is nice with like making friends and like the tablet. And the tablet's not, by the way, a full villain. Not a full on.
No, it's good.
This tablet ain't Stinky Pete or Lotso like that. Yeah. You can't do that when you're Disney and you got that Disney Plus app on kids' tablets. You got to make the tablet somewhat of a redeemable character, right?
Very redeemable. I mean, this might make me a bad person, but when the tablet realizes, when Lilypad realizes that she's caused harm to poor Bonnie, and she throws herself, she kills herself.
Yeah.
She's like, she kills herself. She jumps off the table and throws herself in the donation bin. That kind of made me laugh. I was like, whoa.
That's I think a strength to it too, though. It's like it's even with the pad wants what is best for Bonnie, right?
Yes.
And like even then with the parents, I think that's like this. You get the whatever their view on it, because like if you're a parent and like you want to get your kid something that helps them relate to other kids more, because you want your kid to have friends, that's the pad. Even if you don't want them to have it, you would rather them be playing with like regular toys or being like more of a kid like you were growing up. You want to get them whatever it is that helps them relate to other children more, and like that necessarily isn't necessarily what might not be best for them, but it's what helps them socially. So I don't know. It's weird. It's cool. Like I think way that they approached it.
Yeah, I think they did a very nice job. But like they've also, I mean, there is a point where it's like you have run out of things too. Like you can't make too many more of these, because what is? I mean, I guess they've now hit the next trend, right? They've hit technology. They split them up in the last one. You know, the owner gets older in the one before that. The one before that, you know, it's kind of about like identity and importance and like. You know, like the lost toy thing and, you know, grappling with being a toy that's whatever, not love. And that's kind of what the first one is as well, just in a different way. But it's like, how many more of these? Like what's the next step on Toy Story 6? I don't know.
Yeah.
They do the Rose toy. They go into Bonnie's mom's drawer, find those toys.
Yeah.
No, they already have Buzz. He's there.
Maybe they go to the museum now. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know.
They're also called Buzz and Woody. The toys in the mom's drawer.
Yeah. I liked it though. I enjoyed it. One of the better Pixar in the last couple of years, obviously, and they do a very nice job with Toy Story, and they obviously put in maximum everything to make sure that these don't stink. And they've released 5, and none of them even come close to stinking. Mm-hmm. So that does say something. Because Pixar does have an issue with some sequels for sure. That's for sure. But we all did like Toy Story 5. So check out Toy Story 5. Worth a watch. I would assume for most people ends up near the bottom of their lists in terms of Toy Story movies, but probably middle of the road at worst with Pixar. And we will have our full top 10 Pixar movies coming up in a little bit. Another movie we're going to talk about, The Death of Robin Hood. Interesting one here. Grizzled take on Robin Hood. Grappling with his past after a life of crime and murder, Robin Hood finds himself gravely injured after a battle he thought would be his last. In the hands of a mysterious woman, he's offered a chance at salvation. He's greatly troubled by and weary of his long history of murder and crime. A very dark Robin Hood movie comes from A24. Hugh Jackman, Jodie Comer's in it. Bill Skarsgård is Little John. Murray Bartlett's in it. Not a strong weekend at the box office, kind of as I'd expect us to really bring in billions of dollars. 2.7 million domestic opening, 70%, 61% split on Tomatoes. Not so totally shocked by that. 6.5 IMDb, 60 Metacritic, Letterboxd 3.1. Michael Sarnowski did this movie. Also did Pig, excellent movie. A Quiet Place Day One as well. Gooch, where do you have The Death of Robin Hood?
I'm landing at a 70 on this one. There will be an audience for this who will really eat it up, just because we do not get, I think, enough movies set in this time period, the medieval stuff that's really well made. I think like Eggers is like the only one really trying to do it at a high level like this, and Aronofsky kind of knocked it out of the park. I really have become enamored with his style. We joked about it in our interview, but like the misty, like very dewy nature, it's very atmospheric, and that's been like his trademark through these 3 movies. And that kind of like anti-revenge storyline, which he brings across here too as well. I thought it was another great Jackman performance. It's not his best. I think if you want to compare it to Logan, which it's not a complete 1-to-1, but there are similarities there. I do think the Logan performance is just better. He's really profound. Good.
And there's a little bit of history with the Logan thing too, which is unfair to this, but like there's a build up to that, which
exactly.
Again, it's unfair to compare, but like that exists in that movie, and you kind of have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, but I did think this is really, really well done. I think the story is very interesting in terms of kind of deconstructing the myths that we love, and like kind of how stories change over time and the things we idolize and how we change history in real time just to kind of fit what we want. Really impressed by that. And I was really, really impressed by the first 30 to 45 minutes of this, where there's quite a bit of action. It does have a problem in the back 2 acts of this movie where it comes to a screeching halt. And I think it is just a little too slow, a little too dour. And I think we'll have a tough time, and the box office is reflecting that. We'll have a tough time really grabbing an audience and creating really any kind of excitement about the movie. So I'm landing at a 70. I'm excited for what Sarnowski does best. Yeah, it's niche. I'm excited for what Sarnowski does next. I think he has a much better movie in him than this. But this is good. This is a good movie.
Kenjac, I know you quite liked it, right?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I landed on 87 for it. And I think that like just visually that he really gets it. Sarnowski, and like in our interview, we talked about him with it too. They shot this in like a month in Ireland on film, real locations, real fields, real mud, real glens with mist and shit flowing through. And I think you could feel that. And that's so often missing from movies, especially ones that like get like a good cast and like high A-list actors or whatever. So stunning visually. I think story-wise, you mentioned a lot of it, Gooch, like his approach to the legend of Robin Hood and like how he dissects stuff like that and like how it changes and like even whatever history written by the victor, all that sort of thing, and how different people's sort of appropriated the legend of Robin Hood and what he might have actually been. But I liked it a lot. And I agree with you. The first half of it is very action heavy, much more similar to like the opening of something like The Northman, which I think it reminded me of in bits and pieces. And then the second half is something more like Valhalla Rising, which I also really like, which is more like meditative and more like surreal at points and more like what's really like sit in with this guy and like what he's feeling and all that. And that I will totally understand is not everyone's cup of tea, and I would never fault anybody for watching this and be like, I was really bored, I didn't like it, snooze fest, blah 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 blah. But like for me, I'm really like engrossed in that, and I really enjoy that. So I like that. I think Jackman was awesome, and like you guys were saying with the Logan comps, like definitely there's something there. But I also think his job in this movie is significantly harder than his job in Logan was, because in Logan, like you're always rooting for Logan. You're 100% in Logan's time for 100% of the movie. You want Logan to succeed. And in the introduction of this movie, you are told right away, Robin Hood sucks. This guy is an asshole. He's a murderer. He's a thief. He's a piece of shit. You hate his fucking guts. And yet you still, throughout the course of the movie, flip to his side and wanting them to have that sort of resolution, which I think is a way harder job, at least performance-wise, for an actor. And Jodie Comer was awesome, great. Obviously, every period piece she's been in has been, at least in my opinion, a home run from her from a performance standpoint. And also, like, Bill Skarsgård was unrecognizable to me. I did not realize that was Bill Skarsgård at all. I didn't know he was playing Little John, but like I remember we saw it at the same screening, and like we left and we're like, where was Bill Skarsgård? It's like, oh, that was him. Like, didn't recognize him. Obviously, you're not supposed to recognize Murray Bartlett, but he was also transformative too. And I think both of them gave really good performances in like limited screen time, especially Bartlett, who I think gives like a pretty impressive, I would say, like monologue with him as he's like there in that church or whatever. So yeah, really impressed by them. I think Sarnowski, this is like proof positive to me that he can hit in different genres too. And I was also impressed when we talked to him. I think pretty smart guy. So yeah, very excited to see whatever. I would agree with you, Gooch. Very excited to see what he has next.
Yeah, I'm kind of with around where Gooch is. I got a 71. I enjoyed a good amount of this. I liked how it kicked off. The beginning is great. I just kind of there's a bit of a lack of keeping that energy throughout for me that I wish it kind of would have kept, and it didn't exactly land. Because I know what you're saying, Kenjac. I think that's pretty evident with this. Is that like you are supposed to fucking not like him, right? Like you are supposed to view him as his villain. So it's not like this grizzled like Logan, but it just doesn't the rest of the way. Like I don't know, it just doesn't fully land or do anything profound for me or say anything. I like it. I like it, but I don't know. Like it almost. Am I crazy for saying like it should have just kept that beginning of the movie energy throughout the whole thing? And I think what they were trying to achieve would have landed more, because like I thought in the beginning, I'm like, oh, this guy's just gonna be and this is gonna be endless violence piece of shit from start to finish, and I'm gonna have to like take a knee when the movie's over.
I get the thought process, but also then like how do you land with him getting any redemption if like it's just full violence all the way through? Like that works in Logan, right? Where that's where basically what it is. You're full throttle violence throughout most of the movie, but you're on his side. Like he's rough around the edges, but you're on Logan's side for every second of that movie. But you need I think a slowdown to a degree, at least to like build some empathy with the character of Robin Hood. At least that's what I felt while I was watching it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. It's a huge swing. This movie is a massive swing, and it's one of those ones that shout out A24 for trying something with this, and it looks fantastic. But I don't know. It's almost like I think you almost had to. The way it sets it up, the way it postures from the beginning. Like it almost just had to stay like he's just the worst the whole way. I don't know if that's maybe that doesn't work. Maybe I'm nuts on that. I don't know. Because I still liked it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think it'd be hard because then who's your antagonist? If he's just a bad way the whole way through, I guess who's your antagonist, protagonist, right? I already know. Are you on like
would that have been
Noah
interesting
Jupe's side?
if you go like full on like he is. Like you take the myth and you just flip it on its fucking head, and he's just like this just absolute piece of shit. And there's another. He's the antagonist the whole way through. Is that too much of a swing?
See, I also like, and I guess this is kind of like a spoiler talk, but I also like the flip with Jodie Comer's character, like when they do the reveal for her backstory and everything like that. Like I thought that part was very like, oh shit, and like so you don't get something like that out of that movie, I guess. So I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. I guess that'd be my one, I guess, swing that just doesn't. It's like, man, like I'd be curious how that would have played, because I could very well be sitting here talking about if they did that, where like, you know, the movie ends with like the townspeople fucking slashing Robin Hood's throat because he's such a bad guy, right? Like I guess you could do that, but then I could be sitting here saying, "Oh, that was fucking stupid." Like that was like that almost sounds like some like Zack Snyder like edgelord bullshit. Right, we're like maybe that's too stupid, because I don't know, maybe that's dope, because that's my big like that's the big thing that didn't work for me, I'd say.
I will say this is the best Robin Hood movie in 25 years. When was the Costner one?
That was 90s, right? So early 90s, like 30 years, really.
30 years, which is nuts for like a character that has been on movie screens for. I mean, since the dawn of movies.
Yeah,
we've kind of hit a lull, right, of not a lot of Robin Hood stuff.
We had the Edgerton one.
Yeah, that Taron one killed it. I think people were like,
yeah, you have
nope.
the 2018 Taron Egerton one with Jamie Foxx, which is
Ridley Scott one.
Yeah, it's a bad. And what's her face is in it? Fucking U2's daughter, Bono's daughter, who was in Disclosure Day.
Yeah.
Eve Houston, yeah, she's in it. Who?
What a character, right?
Not great in Disclosure Day.
Dude, she stunk.
Day.
It's very hard to blame her because the writing is not exactly helpful for her, but she was not good.
Yeah, I mean, the 2010 Ridley Scott one is
also
not great.
Yeah.
Horrible. Terrible movie. And then, yeah, I guess you go back to Prince of Thieves, right?
Yeah. Prince of Thieves, or honestly, you could do Men in Tights if you want to technically consider that. And
if you really want to rip something, maybe Men in Tights is fantastic.
Yeah. Or the animated one too, also not bad.
I'm high on Men in Tights. I know some people don't love Men in Tights, but I'm high on it. I think it's an excellent movie. But I love Mel Brooks stuff. Yeah, they really have been a tough. Wasn't he in? Was he in Snow White?
Who?
The live action Snow White wasn't that basically Robin Hood? Didn't they like basically put him in the movie? I think they did.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the new
I boycotted it.
The love interest character, I'm pretty sure is it's basically Robin Hood. Okay. That's the thing though. It's like what is the cultural interest in Robin Hood in 2026?
I think it works because he's like so class warfare based, and like that is kind of the topic du jour right now.
Yeah,
I think if you took it, obviously this is like going in the complete opposite. Like it's trying to run away from the classic telling of Robin Hood, But I do think like a classic telling of Robin Hood, if done right, would really work right now.
Yeah.
Really, really work.
Yeah, it's going to be like very pared down, I guess, like very simplified. But I like this one a lot.
Yeah, it's a cool swing. I didn't love it. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. Like I didn't walk out being like, yeah, and I actually kind of liked it more the more I thought about it. But I think Aronofsky's a really good director, and the look of this is also fantastic. It does look great too.
Beautiful movie.
So I hope. Look again, like Pig is something else. Like Pig's an excellent movie that kind of got lost in the year it came out and should have been nominated for more things. It should have gotten more recognition. And I know the people that have seen Pig quite like it. He also did the A Quiet Place movie, which is obviously a big time one for you, one for me type thing.
I think he literally said that.
Did he really say that?
Yeah, I think he like.
And that movie's really solid too. Like I mean, honestly, I think I fucking like that movie more than this one. But this is like a swing, and it's his thing, and he went for it, and that's cool. And I'm excited to see what he does next.
Yeah,
essentially.
No, he was very impressive when we talked to him. Like I would place a future on him right now if I could. Like he's got the juice as a writer and a director. For sure. Yeah,
like even though like story didn't fully work for me here, like I respect it and I see what he's going for, and I like that much. So, Yep. Check out Death of Robin Hood from A24 in theaters. Now, definitely check it out. Need some, go see the Toy Story, go see the blockbusters. But this is smaller movie, which deserves some more love because that's a director that should definitely be making more things. Next week, Supergirl, which I know you guys talked to Craig Gillespie. But Supergirl comes out next week. You also have the apparently the last Jackass movie.
It should be.
So they say. And then the invite as well from Olivia Wilde. So a big week next week in the theaters. Potentially. We'll talk about Supergirl in a minute. I'm not sure how big of a week it'll be. The reactions are pretty positive. People seem to like it. People seem to have a good time with it. But we'll get to that in a minute. But we'll see how the box office does this last week before a pretty massive July, which has Minions and Monsters.
Let's go.
Moana, which we'll see. I could see Moana maybe underperforming.
Every time I see that trailer.
The vibe I'm getting from like parents I talk to is that they are not that interested in
super off-putting.
Yeah.
We have the Odyssey, obviously. That's going to be humongous. I know you're pumped, Gooch, for the Dink, the pickleball movie. We're going to trailer for that in the next 48 hours.
Wait, there's a different one? There's one Chris Farley that just came out recently, too. That's crazy.
A pickleball movie?
Yeah.
With Chris Farley?
Well, no, not Chris Farley. Pete Farley. His brother?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if it's Chris Farley, that will make $1 billion.
I came back just to do a pickleball movie.
Yeah. Spider-Man, all that, which we'll talk about Spider-Man here in a second. So yeah, some big things coming up.
Guys, what do women want and need? I don't know. But when the vibe is right, a good consensual dick appointment never hurt. Be her rock with BlueChew. They're sponsoring the podcast and sponsoring your bedroom performance. And with their new arousal-boosting performance, you're getting turned on mentally and hard physically. Bricked in the brain and bricked in the body. I saw a BlueChew rapper on the street the other day. That's a walk of fame. They combine 4 ingredients into one powerful solution. 2 ingredients get you hard physically, and 2 support arousal and desire in the brain. It works fast and lasts. Guys, have a complete experience in the bedroom with BlueChew Gold. There's a reason BlueChew is the #1 brand for better sex. Experience it yourself at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Right now, when you buy 2 months of BlueChew Gold, you get the 3rd free with promo code BIGSCREEN. That's promo code BIGSCREEN. You'll also receive an additional 10% off plus free overnight shipping on your first order. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank BlueChew for sponsoring the pod and the bedroom.
Let's talk about that Spider-Man trailer. Did it come out before or after you guys recorded? I don't want to talk too much on things you guys talked about.
I think it literally dropped while we were recording and it came out.
I think it's good. So I have a I guess it's a compliment sandwich here. Really good trailer. The middle of the sandwich is the negative here for me. Way too much shown in this trailer. Like preposterous amounts. That's the Sony calling card.
Yeah, I stopped watching it.
It's just like I don't know why I watched the whole thing, but then I'll end the compliment sandwich on the other half. Really good trailer. Like got me very excited. Looks really cool. I'm curious where the story goes. Obviously, there's a huge question which can swing this movie. First of all, we saw Hulk transform for the first time in like 15 years.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see like Savage Hulk. This movie and its success, and I'm talking about this from the nerd side of things, because the movie's gonna make a shitload of money. But how this movie is viewed and how it's talked about in the nerd community is gonna be massively tied to whoever the fuck Sadie Sink is playing. And I'm still not fully convinced she's Jean Grey, but if there was a meter of Jean Grey, not Jean Grey, the meter is definitely swinging heavy Jean Grey right now. I don't mind them introducing her in this movie. I think that's a cool swing to make. They've obviously introduced big characters in smaller roles. Spider-Man was introduced in Civil War. So was Black Panther. But Jean Grey is a pretty big character. And obviously there's some sort of mutation storyline here with Peter Parker. So it would make sense. Really good trailer, but showed way too much. Like a shocking amount of stuff shown.
Yeah.
They're also
I got
just
about like a fourth of the way through and I tapped out and I was like, I should not, I don't want to watch this anymore. I don't want to learn or anything. I want to figure stuff out in the theater, you know?
Yeah, that's I've been like that with, I mean, most trailers, especially the Odyssey right now, because they've really ramped up the TV ads, and the TV ads always just show way too much stuff, way too much stuff. But I did think this trailer, they very clearly like tweaked how it looked from the first trailer, like they in a good way, like the contrast, you can tell they cranked the contrast up, turned the exposure down a little bit. It looks way more cinematic, which I appreciate greatly. I do worry there's maybe a little. Is there any concern that this movie's a little too stuffed? There's a lot of characters in this, which I think the Spider-Man movies have done a decent job at points of.
Not the last one.
Not the last one, but the first two, I think, did a pretty good job of being contained to Peter Parker's life. And I do worry that maybe, I mean, there's a lot of people in here. It'll be fun to see him going up against the Hulk and stuff like that. But anytime these superhero movies start getting a little too bloated, you can run into some problems. But I'm pumped for it. Very pumped. And they're teasing like Peter Parker might fucking die in this movie, which I guess they always have to do. But Zendaya's out here like, bring the tissue box because we're going there. I'm like, okay. All right, Tom Holland.
He just fucking dies. But I guess they bring him back and fucking.
Jean Grey brings him back.
I
also think Spider-Man, that's smart. Because Spider-Man he has in the comics before. He's a good crossover for the X-Men because he's, young, can relate to the students at St. Xavier's or whatever they call that, Xavier's School for
Gifted
Misfit
youngsters.
Toys. So yeah, that does make sense. I like that.
Yeah, I'm excited. If this does well, it's going to very much fuel whatever happens with Avengers in December for Marvel. This would be a big win for them. This ends up being good. Careful on Avengers Doomsday stuff, by the way. There's a lot of leaks starting to happen, and they're not finished either. Which is like, I'm not saying leaks are good, but it's even worse when it's like not finished VFX. It just creates so we'll see how this plays into that. But no, I'm very excited for this thing. This looks really cool. And I'll tell you, if this ends up being really good, and like I like Shang-Chi quite a bit, Destin Daniel credit. I mean, this would be two Marvel movies where
hits,
like kind of, which is like, that's kind of crazy. Two completely different franchises. And I know the Russos did Captain America as well as Avengers, but that's a little different. These are like two character stories. So we'll see.
Didn't you do Wonder Man too?
I think he was like a producer or something. Right?
Yeah. He was heavily involved in Wonder Man.
Yeah,
which I thought was fantastic.
Directed really 2 episodes, also the co-creator. So yeah, that's actually fuck that. That's 3 things. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. So you guys talk Shrek 5, but since then, Shrek 5, oh boy, stunning reaction to Shrek 5 on online. People hate it. People hate it.
Good. Looks horrible. I don't know what they were thinking.
It was one of the worst trailers for a franchise I've ever seen. And I'm not saying it like, look, the animation thing is the animation thing. You've advanced in animation. It's hard to. What are you going to do? Are you going to animate it exactly like the OG? No, right? Now, Toy Story does a very good job. I mean, the difference between Toy Story and Toy Story 2 is huge compared to Toy Story to now. But they still, there's not like this unrecognizability to Toy Story, right? Like it just looks like it's, it's kind of slowly worked its way up. This looks crazy. So the comments are turned off completely, which is crazy. It got 2.6 million views on YouTube, which is not very good. And this is not like they're resurrecting. This is not like they're resurrecting like Ichabod Crane. Like it's Shrek. No offense to Ichabod Crane, but
it's
like
goofball shit. Yeah,
Spider-Man 25 million views. And I know Marvel's bigger, but Shrek is pretty fucking relevant still, and pretty big. Yeah. So yeah, I want to find what the dislikes are in the video because it's pretty fucking crazy. I don't know how to find it. They kind of hide that.
Disabled it, yeah.
I said the last
I'll find it in a second. But yeah, the trailer. There was something about the trailer. It was just terrible. Like it was almost like is there any what's the story? What's the movie? What's the anything?
They got Marcelo Hernandez ogre with the broccoli haircut.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, again, you can't talk shit on that.
And as I wear my this is not a squad, it's a family.
The family.
Avatar shirt. But the jokes weren't funny either. Like they were really, I thought, like beneath them which for a Shrek franchise, like that's absurd to say, but like Shrek is funny. Like having the gingerbread man have like big ass cheeks and being like, I'm caked up now. Not funny. Not funny. And I said they should like go back to the lab and maybe Sonic this thing. Apparently they already did that. I forgot that.
They did. Because the reaction to the first one was so bad.
And this is what they came back with? Like, do they... I mean, this could be disastrous for them if they don't...
67,000 likes, 102,000 dislikes.
Jesus. It's like a Will Smith video or whatever.
Yeah, they already went. They remember. Do you remember from the first? Was it not T? Was it Pictures? Is that what it was?
I think it was Pictures because they were like Zendaya is now. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is Zendaya's Michi now? I don't know. Like she's the daughter, and people like looked at the picture and they were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. It's like I just like.
Also, do they need to have 3 children? Do we need 3 ogre babies?
Now if
probably too many characters. Probably right on that. Yeah, this was bad. This was disappointing, honestly. So those are the 2 big trailers. Mentioned Supergirl Reactions, decent. People seem like they're having fun with it, but box office could be an issue. We'll see how that goes. Ticket sales are interesting to say the least when I was looking at it, but I will be seated. Very excited to go see it. From Craig Gillespie. Live action Grinch apparently in the works.
Grinch 2.
Sequel. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Live action Grinch sequel. Jim Carrey expected to return. Ron Howard expected to return in some capacity.
It was an interesting crew that they had writing it. It was like a bunch of like Curb Your Enthusiasm alum. The guys that like basically wrote Cat in the Hat, which I don't think was right for kids, but was good for adults. So it's a strange crew adding on to Ron Howard, but I'm interested. But I'm a big live action Jim Carrey Grinch defender. So
yeah, I'm not against it at all. I think Jim Carrey very much, although he is like retired, basically, he still got it when he appears in those Sonic movies. Like he has his fastball very much. But the question I think will be like, I think a big part of why I love that first Grinch is like the production value on it, which is notably like almost killed him. doing that makeup and wearing that suit. Like, are they going to be able to do that again with a 60-year-old Jim Carrey? I don't know. How old is he now? Probably late 50s, 60s.
Big 60s, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, recapturing that kind of production level, you just don't see that really in movies anymore. Like that specific type of like very like stagey kind of costuming.
He's gonna end up looking like what's her name in X-Men Apocalypse, where like she just like clearly didn't want to be in the chair, so they just like made her makeup
Jennifer
like
Lawrence.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence, where like the makeup like was half-assed. She's like, just get me out of here.
Yeah, this we'll see. What's the story on this? What's there to say? He's fine now. He's got the big heart.
He's supposed to be a good guy. So maybe there's a new Grinch. I don't know. Good question.
Doing Hanukkah.
Doing Hanukkah now in Whoville.
Going other holidays. Timothée Chalamet and Selena Gomez are in a new animated movie. I thought he was taking a break for a while. Now it is an animated movie, but it's called Not Alone from Illumination. It's an animated alien movie. Maybe this is a break then. He's taking a break. He's lending out his voice. An introverted rocket mechanic who lives a quiet life alone.
Is this
I'm interested.
for adults?
Yeah.
Doesn't
It's a
sound from
rom-com.
Illumination. I'd assume no.
Yeah.
I thought I saw it described as a rom-com though. Which I guess a lot of animated movies are kind of.
In his first ever feature-length animated film, four-time Oscar nominee Chalamet will star as Joe, introverted rocket mechanic, co-starring with Chalamet's Emmy and Grammy nominee Gomez as Fran, a brilliant astrobotanist who is developing the world's first ever plant-fueled rocket. When Joe and Fran are brought together to prepare for the inaugural launch of the revolutionary rocket, there are immediate sparks, but neither is particularly adept at romance. Life becomes more complicated when three aliens, tiny, unruly, and adorable, take refuge in Joe's home. Are they minions? Dunk,
more like
Welly,
a
and
team
Shrim
thing.
are on the interplanetary run from a zealous yet inept officer of the law named Zandro. The aliens determine that Friend's rocket could provide their means of getting back home safely.
This is more like a teen thing, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm into that. I'm interested to see, I'd say, Chalamet take on a new medium. Maybe he's a great voice actor. I like his voice. I think he has a really good voice.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did that Kid Cudi series or movie.
Oh, really?
Intergalactic. I think he
Forgot about that, yeah.
did a bit role in there. But yeah, no, this could be good. Who knows? I do think Illumination is probably better than we give it credit for. Although they do have a habit of doing some really lowbrow stuff. I think their animation department has beefed up quite a bit in the past few years. And
I'm sure once they get Chalamet signed on, it's like, okay, we're locked in. I'm sure the budget got good on this one.
yeah. And it's Selena Gomez's follow-up to Amelia Perez. So gotta be excited
Right.
for that.
Right.
How
Can't
could we
forget that.
possibly forget?
Can't forget that.
God. Oscar nominated.
Netflix at A24 have now passed on Luca Guadagnino's movie Artificial. It's an AI-based movie. Or not based on it's based on like the world of AI, I believe, correct?
Yeah, it's a biography
It's
on
social
Altman. no?
network for Altman.
Yeah, yes. And then it was dropped initially by Amazon after OpenAI's partnership, conflict of interest. Netflix said no, A24 said no, Focus said no.
I saw
Neon,
Neon was
maybe?
circling. Maybe, yeah.
That's right. Andrew
Neon.
Garfield and Sam Altman, Monica Barber in it as well. Yura Borisov from Anora's in it. Ike Barinholtz, Cooper Hoffman, Jason Schwartzman, Billy Lord, Chris O'Dowd, Mark Rylance. So yeah, it does not have a home right now.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is honestly, I think, like the story of the week. Like,
I
this
get the Amazon thing. Now, I'm not saying it's like good for them, great move. I'm just saying like, okay, whatever. You partnered with the guy, you know, like whatever. Like, sure, fine, whatever. Makes sense. But I figured like anybody else would have picked this up.
Yeah, it's a little concerning.
That's where I was like shocked. It's like like again, I get the conflict of interest. Like if they don't want to do it, if they'd rather be bed with OpenAI, well, okay, whatever. Fucking Amazon. It's not like we're talking about some mom and pop shop that just got, you know, it's whatever. It's Amazon. But again, no one. I'm kind of shocked. A24 said no. Maybe like Neon will pick this up. Neon seems to pick up everything they can.
Yeah, I was reading that it basically like kind of boils down to whoever is not interested in incorporating AI into their business model, which seems like all the studios want to do now. It's tough. You know what I mean? Like can we not make a movie critiquing? Like, I'm not saying like every studio should be coming out with a movie critiquing AI and kind of the industry. But
Why not A24? I want to know the explanation on that.
They
That
just
wouldn't
did a
make
big
any
AI
sense
deal.
to me.
They just did a big AI deal today. I think.
yeah, they're on
really?
the board. He's on a board with Altman, the guy who runs.
God, I
A24
didn't know that.
apparently.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that fucking makes sense.
It's also
Yeah.
like the movie just might not be very good. And that's also probably a factor. It's like, do you want to potentially fuck with whatever your sponsor thinks and the movie's just not very good on top of it? And I mean, God bless Luca, like, are his movies some giant box office draws? Not really. Like, it's just, I feel like there's a cascading levels to it for sure. But I do agree, like, the whole, everybody's seemingly not interested in an AI movie or a movie about Altman does seem a little strange, especially because Garfield alone should be like enough for the price of like, I should be interested, right?
No, this is one of my most anticipated of the year coming in, just based on like the cast, who's working behind the scenes, the subject matter. I thought it was big swing, but it could, if it lands, like be something really great. I mean, Luca's hit or miss, but when he hits, he really fucking hits. Like
But when he misses, he really fucking misses too.
oh yeah.
That was a fucking
Also,
The Hunt.
maybe this is, he came out against the king of Hollywood, the king of movies, Mr. Movies, a week or two ago. Maybe Tom Cruise pulled the plug on this thing.
Honestly, good for Cruise. Getting that Scientology stuff to work.
Fuck you, Luca. You gonna talk shit about Top Gun? Fuck off.
That was crazy. That was such a crazy thing to say.
I don't mind it too much, to be honest. I like it. When
He
picked the worst example. He picked the worst fucking example for his main point. His main point wasn't terrible, but it was like saying like I hate how they shoot too many threes in the NBA. Look at Steph Curry. He sucks. It's like, no, he doesn't. You pick the one guy who makes it look really cool. Like, you got to pick the example that sucks. Oh, it's crazy.
For me, a big part of it is you can the reaction to it. I was more bothered by the people. Like, you can have both things, right? You can have a Luca Guadagnino movie, and you can have like I don't understand why there's a need to kind of rip it down, but that was his take.
We need more directors giving batshit takes.
Yeah, I would prefer more to be open like that. I don't have to agree with them, but
Yeah, like Tarantino's got terrible takes, but I like listening to them.
Takes.
I like listening to them.
he apparently has seen Horizon 2 from Kevin Costner.
Costner?
Yeah, said he quite liked it. That's just fucking bullshit. I believe he's seen it, but like, I don't believe Tarantino liked that movie. Give me a break.
No.
George Lucas apparently has a role in Minions and Monsters. What's happening?
Perfect. I think that's perfect.
Are they just trying to preserve their? They're older in age. Him, Scorsese. They're just trying to preserve themselves in like younger movies for their like grandkids and stuff like that.
Have a little fun. Do a little banana for the people. Like, half of his characters are basically minions anyway in Star Wars.
Is he a minion? Like, who is he voicing?
It's got to be.
He's replacing Blurb, Jeff.
Yep.
Herb.
Is he like? I need to know who George Lucas. I want to know how it's like. Is he is largely out of the public spotlight. Like, he'll show up on red carpets. He was at the World Cup the other day. He just opened up that massive museum near USC's campus, but otherwise he's very like not. I don't know. I need to know.
Because it's going to be old Hollywood, like silent era into talkies, just like Babylon. I bet he plays a director. I bet he voices a director.
Sucking down a Diet Coke, directing a movie. Like, with the big ass hair, I'd love it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I could see him doing a director. Speaking of directors, Jesse Eisenberg's movie title got announced.
Yes.
His next one, The Debut, stars. He's producing with Emma Stone. He wrote and directed it. Julianne Moore, Paul Giamatti, Halle Bailey. Forget who else is in it, but a shy woman is unexpectedly cast in a local production of an original musical. Under the spell of the strong-willed and enigmatic director, she loses herself in the role and the high-stakes world of this community theater production.
Very excited.
I'm on board with anything he does after his last movie. So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to Emma Stone just financing his career now. That's great. She did A Real Pain, too.
yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot she did that.
Yeah, and she's finally free of Yorgos' clutches for like a little bit to go do her own thing.
He's doing something else I saw.
Yeah, but that doesn't involve her, which is like, I think, great for the personal growth of both of them.
Yes, I would agree.
And her marriage, probably.
Yes.
Time to do a little something different. But yeah, he did. He had a real pain 2 years ago, and he's back for this next one. So very, very excited to see what he's got on tap. No more Now You See Me movies. Come on. Oh, he's also in Minions and Monsters.
Come on.
Eisenberg is?
One more Now
Yeah,
You See
he's voicing Dort in Minions and Monsters.
Good for him. Respect.
Dort.
And then finally, Peter
Nice tough
Serafinowicz,
defense.
who famously voiced Darth Maul, among many other things, had a very funny Star Wars story, which every time he talks about Star Wars, it's pretty funny because it was a horrible experience for him. It was a huge letdown. He voiced Darth Maul, didn't play Darth Maul, just voiced the character. He said he was told by George that he would be the next James Earl Jones, which is a pretty crazy thing to tell someone when you know they're going to die at the end of the movie, and then also have over under. Let's play a game here. How many words does Darth Maul say in The Phantom Menace?
They have that conversation, him and not the Emperor. You have a conversation
he talks to the Nemodians.
Yeah, like at nighttime.
Gunray.
Yeah. And he says they say 3 words to each other, like the finally the Jedi will be ours. Like I would say he says less than 20 lines in this movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say 18.
There are 20 words, roughly.
6, maybe 7.
I'm gonna say 17 words.
Mm-hmm.
So he says,
What does OpenAI say?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I'm guessing that's it.
36 words.
I don't think he speaks again after that.
He doesn't say shit during their duel at all. It's all silent.
37, 38, 39. Damn, I knew I should have guessed in the high 20s. I would have been off. Yeah, he says 39 words the entire movie.
Because he talks to the Nemodians, then he talks to the Emperor at the nighttime Coruscant scene. But I don't remember him speaking again.
Yeah, he says he's 39 total words were spoken by Darth Maul, and George Lucas told Peter Serafinowicz he's the next James Earl Jones.
I feel bad too. Serafinowicz does have a great voice.
He does.
Very funny guy too.
He does not voice Darth Maul anymore. It's now voiced by
Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer. Yeah.
Witwer's great voice too.
That has to feel bad too.
Yeah.
People that's one of the most respected voice acting performances I can think of in my lifetime.
Yeah. All right. What have you been watching lately? Anything?
Thrones. Off to a good start.
People seem to be very happy with the return of the House of the Dragon.
I think they should have, because this episode's just one big battle, and I think they should have ended the last season. I know that was a big point of contention between HBO and them about it. But I wish this episode was the ending of the last season and not the beginning of this one, because it throws you right in the middle of the action without really refreshing you on the characters. And they just have 5 billion characters. And it's in Thrones, they're a lot more, I don't know, judicious in how they split up the screen time between people. This is just, it's all over the place, and there's just too many people to keep track of, and that was a little bit of a bummer. But the fights are good, and that's where you really want, especially because last season was so boring.
Yeah, I have not watched yet. I will watch. I'm not
Widow's
as big
Bay, great.
As other people.
You did Widow's Bay too, right?
Say it again?
You did Widow's Bay too, right?
Widow's Bay, fantastic.
Really good. Really good.
Excellent show.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you wonder, and actually the Red Letter Media guys brought this up in their review of it, and this is kind of what I was thinking when I was watching Widow's Bay. Katie Dippold is the showrunner for the show, and she did the female Ghostbusters movie, and it makes you wonder how much of that was really Paul Feig's fault more than anything,
right? Because
she took a lot of shit for that movie, rightfully so. It's a horrific movie. Terrible in every way, shape, and form. But this show was fantastic. They brought in some excellent directors too. They brought in Andrew DeYoung, who did the Tim Robinson movie Friendship.
Yep.
He also did Chair Company with Tim Robinson as well. And you can tell the episodes that he directed in this. They just have that sicko weird Tim Robinson
delivery,
feel.
Yeah.
Ty West did an episode. Hiro. I don't know how you say his last name. Hiro Murai. He did. He worked on Atlanta, Barry. Worked on The Bear as well. Executive producer. He did a ton of the episodes of Widow's Bay as well. It's a great show. Very funny and very dry, but also like really good horror. And I won't spoil it, but the episode that was my favorite, I think, was I'll just say one word. I'll say Boogeyman episode. Like just a crazy out of nowhere episode for that show. So yeah, I highly suggest that. Have you guys watched Cape Fear at all?
Not yet. I want to. I heard it's really good.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of good reviews. I haven't watched it, but it's getting a lot of hype. That's kind of next on my list. People seem to quite like it.
Yeah.
And I don't do that show Sugar on Apple TV.
No,
It's tough deciding which Apple TV show you're going to watch. They have a lot of really, like the floor on all those shows is so high. Like, you're going to probably watch something good when you click play. But there's like so many coming out all the time. And it's kind of tough to decide where you're going to spend your time.
Yeah, I'm excited to start Cape Fear because I've seen mixed things, but I've seen people swear by it. But then some people say like didn't really do anything for me. That's got Amy Adams, Javier Bardem, Patrick Wilson. So I'll definitely check that one out. Anything else on what we've seen?
No, nothing crazy for me.
Yeah, no. Pretty busy the last week. Did a lot of rewatching. Spielberg rewatching, Toy Story rewatching, but outside of that,
yeah, I snuck in some Toy Story stuff. Got a couple things in the mail. Got probably way too much if we're being completely honest. Umbrella, The Fall. This has been a huge blind buy recommendation to me. Watched it. Unbelievable movie. Fucking incredible box set. Umbrella is like big time, like great boutique label. Comes with like hardbound books. You get the book, you get the behind the scenes content as well. I'm just fucking hiding it here. You get like a full book, make of the movie. You get essays and everything, and looks fantastic. Tarsem Singh's The Fall, which I had not seen. Watch it yesterday. Fucking incredible movie. Very glad I got that. Umbrellas, they got some fantastic stuff. And then I also got second version of Mean Streets from Second Sight. They said the definitive Mean Streets from Scorsese. Found a 1 of 100 Oppenheimer. I'm now just into collecting every version of Oppenheimer and Sinners that I can possibly find. Those are like the two. I just like everything. And Dune. But this like crazy looking Oppenheimer.
Cool. Yeah, that one's cool.
Special edition 4K, which is only 100 in the world. Can't believe the guy got rid of it. The guy's a lunatic for getting rid of it. And then Curzon, I've not had many of this label, but the Three Colors trilogy from Curzon is beautiful, and I had to get it because this is like, I mean, some of the best shit ever made. One of the best trilogies ever made.
For sure.
And I have the Criterion, but wanted to pick this one up as well. Couple new Criterions came out this week. They announced they got 12 Angry Men going to 4K, which I'm very excited to see how that looks in 4K. Because the Blu-ray looks great, but I'm curious how that looks like in the 4K kind of remaster. So
see the other big announcement? Better start saving up. I know.
Yeah, well, so here's my concern. So they're coming out with a Kubrick box set, Criterion.
Let's go.
My concern is, I obviously have a lot behind me, but I have one rule: no goofy fucking box sets. The Wes Anderson box set is preposterous. It's just ridiculous. It's like this, and there was a leak of what the Wes Anderson almost looked like. And it's like just normal. You can put it on a shelf. This thing is like, it looks like a fucking record player. It's just got these like, it's like a briefcase. It's just too big. And they've had some other things. Like I think their Fellini box set is massive, right? You have it
right here.
It's
got another box.
That's cool.
It's like that comes out of the box. It's got like,
yeah,
it's got those essays and stuff.
It's just, and even this, like I picked up this, like I got the film vaults, like The Shining. This is too big.
So you just don't like how it fits on the shelf.
Yeah, like there's a little bit of like, I want it to fit on a shelf. Like it's you know, it's like, imagine going to, I ordered a Kubrick thing a couple years ago, and it's like this big. So I'm a little worried that the Kubrick thing is going to be this monstrosity. But it is funny because like I buy a lot of things on Discord and Reddit and eBay, and people are unloading their Kubricks. There's just, and all the comments are like, why are you getting rid of this? Why are you getting rid of this one? So yeah, I'm curious what it is. Kubrick, look, I know my guy Stanley, he'd want it simple. He wouldn't want a big fucking coffee table book that folds out into his head, bust of him. None of that. All right, top 10. Let's do a revote of our Spielberg list. It was incorrect last week. That's my fault. I left off E.T. Top 10 with my E.T. included goes Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., Schindler's List, The Last Crusade, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, Catch Me If You Can, Close Encounters, West Side Story.
Still great.
Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot it.
I think West Side Story actually ended up getting bumped by Duel because I ended up putting Duel in my top 15.
Okay.
And
Okay.
It was so that was across the board for everyone.
Yeah, Duel's great. Duel for me, I think, was like top 15 as well.
We all had it. Our rankings, by the way, were just like I think it was the most aligned we'd ever been. Like across
Yeah, for the
board,
most part.
everyone.
You don't have ET as high.
No, I was low on ET. I think me and Kirk like were swapped on ET and Jurassic Park. Like I
Yes.
had Jurassic Park at 2 and he had it at 14, and then he had ET at 2 and I had it at 14.
Yep. Obviously, Jaws is our first unanimous number one. So. All right, Pixar rankings. Top 10 Pixar movies on as voted on by the three of us. Here we go, number 10. Everyone's got the top 10 in their list somewhere. Number 10, 12 on Gooch's list, 5 on Kenjac, 7 on mine. Toy Story 2, which gets a little lost in the discussion, I feel like, sometimes.
Toy Story 2 rocks. You guys aren't as high on it?
I mean, I only have it 2 spots below you. I have it at 7. I mean, I quite like Toy Story 2.
For me, Pixar just has like tiers. Like, and the second tier is a very large grouping that just comes down to splitting hairs.
I mean, it's excellent. Great villain, Stinky Pete. Al is a fantastic villain as well. Some really funny stuff. Really good proof of like what you can do with animated shit as well. Like even just like the scene of Woody walking around the cheese puffs. Like that's just great stuff.
Funnier as an adult too. I think when you because like I rewatched it kind of recently too, and like watching like the adult collector because like, you could transpose that guy into like the Funko Pop guy that's like cutting kids in line at like a Toys R Us release. Like that guy is so prescient in adult society. And I think it's so funnier now as an adult versus as a kid. Because as a kid, I'm just looking at him as like a one-dimensional bad guy, whatever. But as an adult, I appreciate that character more.
Yeah, and they nailed the look. Like that
Yes.
guy. That guy's the most obvious toy collector reseller ever.
Oh yeah. Very funny movie.
He is a great Wayne Knight performance voice-wise from that character. Just fantastic stuff. And again, that's the side adventure stuff that I think you're missing with 4 and 5 a little bit, especially 5. Like you get the side characters heavily in this one. You get Ham, you get Mr. Potato Head, you get Slinky. Like that's the shit, Rex. That's the shit I think you needed more of from this.
I think you get it in 5. I think it just comes from the other characters. The side characters now, the toilet paper thing and the the geolocator and the whatever the other thing was. Like it's those are now the
fair.
side characters.
It's new side characters. That's fair to an extent. But it's like, man, it's like
You miss
there's a
the old
little
guys,
bit
yeah.
of like you got stuff that still works. Like I hate to have him take the back seat. But 2 is great.
I cannot recognize those as toys. Like the potty trainer and the GPS pad, maybe the camera could be a toy. I don't
for
know.
sure.
That's like, it's such a stretch to call those
But that's
toys.
what they play with because we didn't play with that obviously, but they did.
Yeah, I guess, but did they? It's not play. It's not play.
I'm with you on that.
No.
it's more
But
Number
Jesse
9.
also just like that's great introduction of a character in this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Stinky Pete. Shout out the creepy scene, the creepy Stinky Pete blooper they cut out from Disney Plus, where he tells the Barbies, "I get you a role in Toy Story 3."
Yeah.
Cut it out on Disney Plus. Number 9, 4 for me. You guys not as high. I think I think we're in masterpiece territory with a couple of these, and this is one of them. That's Wall-E. Kenjac 10, Gooch 9. I love Wall-E. Wall-E is basically a silent movie to an extent, but has so much to say. Again, I mean, you used the word earlier. You want to talk about Pixar saying profound things? Like, This is one of those. Just has just so much to say. Is absolutely fantastic. I fucking love Wall-E.
Probably the closest they've came within Pixar to being like a Miyazaki movie, where it's like
For
we
sure.
have kid stuff, but it's going to be all about like environmental.
Very adult too.
Yeah,
Like-
but still like very good.
Outside of Soul, probably their most adult thing.
No,
Yeah, for sure. And I think that might be what brings it down in the rankings for me, which probably unfair to it, but you know, it's tough because, you know, I give Miyazaki and Studio G like that leeway to be more adult that I don't know if I give that to Pixar. Maybe that's just because I grew up on the Toy Story movies and it was always geared at children, and then trying to reconcile with it, you know, aging with me. Doesn't fully connect, but I recognize that it is brilliant. Maybe like in terms of what they're going for, might be their biggest home run ever. Like, because it was nominated for Best Picture, right? Am I off the mark on that one?
Yeah,
Wall-E?
Wall-E was. Yeah.
Yeah. Also features The Only Human, and the shout out Fred
That's true.
Fred Willard, the only human to ever appear. in a
That's
Pixar
true.
movie.
Was Wall-E? No, actually, I don't think Wall-E was nominated for Best Picture.
It wasn't.
No, because Wall-E was what, 2000? Wall-E's one of those movies that would have been.
well, I don't
Let
even
me
look
take a
at
look. I know Up was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It is. I think a great melding of both. the
Yeah,
kid
it
and
wasn't.
adult
It
stuff.
wasn't because you know what it was. It was the Dark Knight year,
Oh wait,
right? That would have been the year of the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a good. That's actually very quietly a good example of like Dark Knight and Wall-E should have been nominated. Yeah, so Wall-E number 9. Speaking of Up, number 8 is Up. 13 for Gooch, 9 for Kenjac, 3 for myself. Beautiful movie.
Really?
Unbelievable opening scene. Fantastic characters. Russell, the fucking old man.
Balloon Jerry.
Balloon
Balloon
Jerry.
Jerry, we call him for a long time. So it's his name. It's fucking Balloon Jerry. Just a great movie with excellent music. Like,
Really good soundtrack.
if we
yeah.
ranked Pixar themes, like Up might be my favorite.
Really, really good.
I think Up's my favorite. Another great performance by an old actor with Ed Asner playing Balloon Jerry, aka Carl Fredricksen. Glad they never went back to try and make more on this. I hope they never do. Perfect as is. And just looks, I think Pixar's best looking movie, like a beautiful movie to look at. The image of that house in the clouds is just next level.
Yeah, and just the opening, you mentioned it, is like, it's just incredible. Like that opening is perfect. It's one of the most like impressively emotionally manipulative things I've ever seen.
Big
like
time.
it fucking just works. It like, if that doesn't work on you, then you are heartless.
I have heard of this take, and I worked with some people back in Working Morning America. There, we had this big fight one day, argument about Pixar, and one of my coworkers said this, and people agreed that they think that after the opening, Up is kind of mediocre from there on out. I don't agree with that.
It's not as good, but it's not mediocre.
Kind of falls off. It's kind of tracks a little bit after. I don't think so at all. Good villain. Voiced by Christopher Plummer.
Yeah,
What a
R.I.P.
dynamite duo that is. Ed Asner, Christopher Plummer.
Yeah, double R.I.P.
Yeah. So fantastic movie. Up is at number 8. Number 7, 4 for Kenjac, 6 for Gooch, 11 for me. Though again, like being top 15 on this is like almost impossible. For some reason. That's Finding Nemo.
That's one registered hard with me.
High for you, Kenjac. Number 4.
Yeah, that one just registered with me very hard. And I think I love the voice crew on this. Like Albert Brooks, I think he just has such a great personable voice, which I think has helped him both in other movies. Like we talked about this, I think, even in the last episode, like Defending Your Life. Like I just love him, and then I feel it across the screen. Ellen too, but whatever. And I mean, the rest of the voice cast I think is also very solid. But also, it's colorful, bright, good messaging. Like you feel your heartstrings being pulled very heavily throughout it. A similar opening in a way to Up, I guess, but also like they get you really heavily, I think, towards the end. And a lot of good quotes coming out of it, like "Just keep swimming." I think always will work. But yeah, love Finding Nemo.
Yeah, I think I was just the right age for this to hit the way it did. I think it's also just hilarious. Like it was very, very fucking funny. And I think Ellen's
Great
voice
characters,
performance
great
is-
voice cast.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe, hot fish. Come on.
Yeah.
Sexy ass fish. And like just like animated, there is something to animated films being set in marine life that works. Just very magical world.
Even like Shark Tale, like all those movies, like I'm into it. I'm just like I like that big colorful clownfish. Like I love all that shit.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Ponyo.
The number one thing for me with this list, and I kind of want to, and I'm sure you guys have a very similar thing. The difference between, I mean, like the top 10 is still like some of the best movies I've ever seen. It's like, it is pretty crazy. So Finding Nemo, number 7, 6, Inside Out, number 5 for me, 8 for Kenjac, 7 for Gooch. This might be their best attempt at doing adults and kids crossover. Like this is like, it, like you could probably take Toy Story 3 is up there, but Toy Story 3 is kind of more nostalgia based for that sense. And that's not a knock on Toy Story 3, but like you could take Soul and be like, okay, what percentage of this is adult? And I would say probably like 80 to 90% of it. Inside Out, you could pull out the adult and the kid of Inside Out, and it's like 100% kid, 100% adult. Like it's almost like you could say both. And that's kind of the brilliance of Inside Out, which is another great voice cast movie that has a lot to say. And just it's the inventive Pixar that you're like, God, that's fucking, how the fuck did they think of that? Like that's just unbelievable. Like the ideas meeting for Inside Out, whoever ran that meeting just cooked. I mean, that must be like throwing 10 perfect games. They must have been like, holy shit, this guy is on fire right now.
Mm-hmm. Smart, really good lore. I like the set, like the sort of like build of like how everything looked, like beautiful to look at. Great voice cast too, on top of all that, and a lot of like heartstring pulling moments. Like what's fucking Bing Bong dying, Richard Kind, like holy shit, dude, I want to like die watching that. But yeah, really, really good movie, and the sequel is good too.
Pete Docter directed it. Pete Docter also directed and wrote Toy Story, wrote Toy Story 2, directed and wrote Monsters, Inc., wrote WALL-E, directed and wrote Up, directed and wrote Inside Out, directed and wrote Soul, has not done really anything since then. He's like the executive producer on almost everything with Pixar. He is the CCO of Pixar. But, I mean, I assume he was the one cooking in that meeting. But good Lord, that is just like...
Yeah.
Such a good concept. Really is.
Crazy good concept. Next one, Monsters, Inc., number 5, 9 for me, 7 for Kenjac, 3 for Gooch. Gooch, big Mike Wazowski fan.
It's so funny. It's maybe Billy Crystal's voice performance. I fucking love that. Like it's so good. And another concept which I think is just brilliant, and I do think plays across generations. Like it does play to an older crowd as well. The monsters are great. I think all the character designs are really great. Like way out there, but work so well. And the little girl is just adorable. Boo, so cute.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I feel like it just got lost in the shuffle too heavily because there's so many bangers coming out from the studio at that point. Like, it is really, really funny, and like it would have been the best animated movie for like a lot of other studios. That's how funny it was. And I agree with you, Crystal. I think something about Crystal's performance it really gets me every time. It's just really funny. Just like he has the perfect like complaining voice. You know what I mean for that character. It just works really well for me. And the monster designs are all cool too.
Yep, great movie. Is Monster University great? No, but I still enjoy it as well. Like it's still a fun movie. Concept, well, you know how things work, it's the world building. And there's one movie that didn't make this list, which someone does have in their top 10, which I will roast in a moment, but also allow that person to give it flowers. That movie doesn't work because it doesn't make any sense. Nothing like it's. We'll get to it in a minute. It's not on the top 10. Number 4 is Toy Story 3, which I have at number 2, which I have recently bumped up to a 100 out of 100 on my movie rankings. It's perfect.
So good.
It's just unbelievable. But Gooch, you have it at 10.
Yeah, like I said, like there's so many great movies here that I really do like to reward original. Like if I was like going off like merit based and just like how well made is this and how well written is this? This is a top 5 Pixar movie, but there is just a magic to being introduced to a world for the first time. It's hard to replicate. And while this does pull on those nostalgia strings better than I think almost any sequel across mediums,
without
has ever been
steamrolling
able-
itself either.
like it's really, really well done in terms of the nostalgia. I do like being introduced to a new world, but this is a 90.
think about what the concept for Toy Story 3, what they did. They're like, hey, we're going to play into nostalgia. And then someone at the meeting speaks up and goes, is Andy going to find the original box that Buzz came in? Something like that. Is that what's going to happen? Now we're going to like almost kill them.
We're gonna
Like,
incinerate them.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Most traumatic way possible.
Nah, we're going to put them an inch from death. Like, holy
Hold
shit.
hands.
Yeah, holding hands. Holy shit.
And it goes on. And
Jeff is getting choked up.
it goes on for a long time too, because when they first get on that conveyor belt, you're like, they're gonna get out of this pretty quick, right? You're like, oh fuck. Because then even in that moment, you're like, they're not gonna kill them. But you're like,
This is the end. You're like, this is number 3. Like,
because
maybe this is.
Again, this is where Pixar's good. Pixar challenges a lot of things. It challenges kids, challenges adults, and it challenges kids because in that moment, it's like, if you're a dumb kid, you're like, oh my God, they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
In an adult, I'm like, they're gonna save them. But even part of me, when I remember watching, I was like, oh my God. Like, you're seeing into Woody's eyes. He's viewing death. Death is on his doorstep.
Staring in the face. Yeah.
Because
One of the great
I
films,
feel like
too.
a lot of like other studios or like writers, right, would maybe not do that. They'd be like, no, we'll get him long before they get into the pit. So yeah, it is pretty crazy.
He was
Yeah.
damned
And
to
then they two piece you with the Andy goodbye after that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
That was tough.
That's crazy.
and they damned him to a fate worse than death, though, I would say, at number 5, which is male pattern baldness.
Yeah,
They
Bald
did.
as
That was rough
fuck.
for him.
yeah.
Although they do fix that. They fixed that on him in Toy Story 2, which I forgot about until they
Yeah,
watched
the old
montage
guy.
again.
One of the
Yeah.
most
brown
pleasing scenes. Like it's like just visually very
box.
pleasing.
Yeah.
He shines his little boot. Number 3, lower on my list than I kind of thought it would be. One of these movies did not make the top 10, which is shocking, by the way. But I guess I'm partly at fault for it. Number 3, I have at 10, and I didn't realize I had it at 10, but I looked at my list. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of where it belongs. And that is Coco. 10 for me, 3 for Kenjac, 5 for Gooch. Kenjac and I saw the movie together.
Yeah.
What a backbreaker movie this is. Holy shit. But unbelievable. I'd put this up there with Up in terms of best looking Pixar movies. This looks fucking amazing, and the music in this movie is just dynamite.
Yeah. Beautiful story, great music, vibrant, great. I think great job too. Also establishing a world where like not almost like know any about any of this stuff like Day of the Dead or any of that stuff. So like I think it really does a good job like teaching you and then immediately bringing you into the world, and then like you're immediately like I want more of this. I want more of this. I want more of this. So like I think such a great show and great or a great movie, and also a really good voice cast as well. Gail Garcia, right, is I think I forget the main bad guy's name, his grandfather, whatever. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I know. And what's the news on the second one actually? Because they are doing a Coco too, right?
That's what they've said, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's actually a good question.
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, but yeah, I love Coco.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
And
not
it's,
exactly sure what they're going to go with on that one.
Yeah,
Is it the only Pixar movie that really incorporates music like directly into the text versus like just having the music play?
I think
It's
so,
really
yeah.
that's a Disney animation thing that they kind of pulled over.
yeah, I think you're right about that. And the music was fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that's
Coco.
why I rank it so high is because I just grew up on Disney animation. I love when characters break out into song, and the music is just so good. I love the Miguel version of Remember Me. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Number 2 is The Incredibles. 2 for Gooch, 2 for Kenjac, 6 for me.
hell yeah.
I know. I mean, Kenjac's number one incredible guys in the world.
That was like one of the only DVDs I owned growing up was The Incredibles, and I burned a hole in that thing. I love The Incredibles. Such a cool sort of take, I think, on the superhero world. Really a great original world. Great music. Giacchino's score, right? so good. Like perfectly sets you in that like 50s retro futurism world or whatever. Voice cast like with all these home run, absolute out of the park. I think Syndrome is a great villain. And also just like the fight scenes are cool. The jokes I think work for both as a kid and then when you're an adult you get a lot more of them and you think it's even funnier. And Miss Incredible, big fat ass Pog, love her as well. So I gotta throw out flowers for all those points above. So Incredible is one of my all time favorites.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great superhero movie. Like, it's one of the, like, 5 best. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Pun. Laugh. Clap,
Intended.
please. Clap, please.
Yep.
All intended.
2 is really enjoyable too, but 1 just hits different.
Yeah. Big
One of the best superheroes movies ever made. I mean, right up there with The Dark Knight. Just fantastic. Just an excellent movie. Looks great. Holds up. Great vibe. That retro futuristic vibe shit is just always fun. Number 1 is Toy Story.
Yeah.
100 out of 100 is for me as well, along with Toy Story 3. One of the greatest movies ever made. Perfect.
Is that one for all 3 of us?
Zero notes.
I assume that's number 1 for all 3 of us.
Yeah, we all had it at number 1.
Yeah.
Perfect movie. Like, just a perfect movie. Perfectly paced. No issues. Great villain. Great ending. Holds
Perfect
up for when it was
concept.
made. It's still amazing. It was made in 1995. Or earlier, I guess, technically, when they started making it before it came out. So yeah, our list is Toy Story number 1, The Incredibles 2, Coco 3, Toy Story 3, Monsters Inc., Inside Out, Finding Nemo, Up, WALL-E, Toy Story 2. After that, Ratatouille number 11. Shocked this didn't make the list.
Yeah, people are not going to be happy about.
People love Ratatouille. I think it's just good. Like
4
it's
for
not-
Gooch, 8 for me. Kenjac has it at 13.
Yeah. I was never that super high on it. I like it. I've never been like super high on it.
They just released the Kubrick thing.
Geez,
Oh,
what is
really?
it?
What's it look like?
It's a box. It's $479.
Hell yeah.
Playing half a band for fucking
Eyes Wide Shut,
DVDs.
Full Metal, The Shining, Barry Lyndon, Clockwork, Space Odyssey, Strange Love, Lolita, Spartacus, Paths of Glory, The Killing, Killer's Kiss. That's a big fucking box. But I think it's a normal looking box, luckily.
Playing half
Anyway.
$1,000. Jesus.
My God. After that, Soul coming in at 12. Kenjac and I both had it at 12. Soul is great. Soul, big time hurt by COVID. Big time hurt
sure.
by COVID.
For sure.
Should have done better. Should have been, big time hurt by COVID.
I think I'm more impressed by it than I am like,
Enjoy it.
yeah.
I'm with you on that, I think. Like I like it, but I am now more technically impressed for sure.
Yeah, and even the score is great. Like the Reznor Ross
Reznor
score
Ross,
is
yeah.
fantastic, but it just didn't connect with me fully.
Yeah.
And that's concerning because I think it was targeted at me. I think
And
it was
adult,
targeted
yeah.
at adults.
It was. It's easily the most adult thing that they've done. I think by far, honestly. Like, maybe not by far, but like it's definitely adult. After that, A Bug's Life, which I will defend this movie. Kenji, you can have on your. I'll defend this movie up and down the block.
I'm an Ants guy.
Ah,
I love dance. I love dance. Kevin Spacey locust guy, like the
Yeah,
fucking
you're just in the bag
Gene
for that
Hackman.
director.
that's just gross. But
always-
I will say that is consistent. You've been consistent about that.
Yeah, always been an Ants guy.
Ah, man, fucking
Killian Murphy
fucking
Bug.
ants. You love Woody Allen ant. Oh, you
Woody
love
Allen
Woody
was
Allen
he was fantastic. Killian Murphy is what he looks like, but he unfortunately is voiced by.
After that, Defend Away, Gooch. Cars number 8 came in at
What's-
14.
What's there to defend?
Wait, which
Life
Cars?
life is a highway. Come on.
Cars 1. The logic of this movie just break it. Just from none of it just doesn't work.
So, who cares? They're cars. They go fast.
It's just like, but see, here's my issue. And this is where like a big Cars head, a big McQueen, a big Lightning McQueen head would probably say, but Jeff, it's fucking talking cars, brother. And to that, I would say, they make other ridiculous things work logically, right?
For the most part, yeah.
But there's like logic breakdowns with cars that you're like, this is like, feels like they had an idea and they kind of half-assed it just to get the cars to talk and shit. That's always been my issue.
Yeah, but they have to talk. That way Paul Newman can talk. Come on. Paul Newman banger. Doc Hudson.
And I'm number one Paul Newman fan. I do love Paul Newman. But no.
And Larry the Cable Guy. Who can forget? What
Hey,
about
look, you like cars. I can't. If you forget Larry the Cable Guy voice is fucking Mater, then I mean, are you even a movie fan?
It's slop, but it's like top line slop.
It's so tough for me because like the other Pixar stuff is so good, and it's not like a slight, at least in my head, against Cars. Like it's not for me, and I think the other stuff is just so much better. So
I think I might just like the fact that like we don't have like animated car movies, like racing movies. And I thought that was just awesome.
How many animated car movies do we need?
Not many, but I'm glad that this is the one franchise that we do have. I think the racing actually is pretty thrilling.
What was the one? Do you remember they made that one movie with the kid from X-Men First Class? Was that Monster Truck?
Oh,
Where it was like
yeah.
a monster that lived in his truck.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but didn't that end up being kind of a hit?
Yeah, people did like it, I think, for the most part. But I remember just being like, what is this? But yeah, Monster Truck, I think it was called.
Give me Rascal Flatts over Randy Newman's fake ass any day.
I am a Rascal Flatts defender. I'll with you on that.
By the way, do we accept Taylor Swift's post-credit song, the end credit song, as a Oscar play? And is it good enough to the campaign is on already, very much so, very early campaign. I don't know if that's the right move, but do you think it's good enough to win?
I left while I was playing. It wasn't compelling enough to make me stay and listen to it.
No, it wasn't.
I was like, I'll just listen to it on Spotify or whatever. But
I was expecting it to play during the movie, though.
It should have. Just do a montage. Let it play.
Yeah.
Dan Warren is fucking.
I mean, she's
right now.
I would assume it's the first of many attempts she's going to make to try and get an Oscar, right?
Oh, for sure.
Definitely attainable too for her, I think.
It is, but when the Academy smells that you really want it, that's usually when they don't give it to you.
It's true.
But unlike Diane Warren, she's putting in movies people will actually watch, which I do think is a factor here.
Yes. I mean, I obviously there's a huge caveat to that.
Yeah, like
People want
Warren's
her to be involved.
Yeah, Warren's making a soundtrack for The Mother's Daughter, which is a movie that played in 10 theaters in Guatemala, and it just gets nominated every year.
Well, last year it was literally the Diane Warren movie, wasn't
it?
The
Diane Warren movie, yeah, where it's the song was called I'm Diane, so she still didn't fucking win. It's so funny. It's so good.
And then after that, Toy Story 4, Turning Red. Kenjac, you had that at 11. Brave, Gooch, you had that. Yeah. Finding Dory, Kenjac, you had that. Incredibles 2, Gooch, you had that. Turning Red is more popular than I realized it was.
I like Turning Red. I think that was a fun story.
Yeah,
it's a pretty. I remember seeing it in the parks once. Kids love Turning Red because they love the band, the K-pop band.
The K-pop band, yeah. And do you remember that one guy that gave it a bad rating because they didn't refer to 9/11? They didn't mention 9/11 during the movie. They're like, this movie. I forget who it was. It might have been
yeah, I do remember that.
I forget who it was, but he was like, this movie's set in 2002 and they don't reference 9/11 at all. It's like, yeah, no shit. It's a Canadian movie. It's a movie set in Canada in 2002. You think they're going to, in a kid's movie, they're going out of the way to talk about 9/11? It's crazy.
They did in Cars.
They do in Cars.
I think so. I think there's TSA
which implies
Cars,
that 9/11 happened.
Which does confirm that 9/11 did happen.
In the Cars universe.
One last question before we wrap things up. If you had to buy stock right now and put all your eggs in one basket for an animation studio, Pixar, Disney Animation, Studio G, Sony, and Illumination, I guess.
Studio G is going to probably die out with Miyazaki. So after no one has any faith in Goro. So who's you put your faith in then?
I mean, Sony has gone bananas the last 10 years.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Especially now with K-pop.
Did they? Who did K-pop? Demon Hunters.
It was Sony.
It was Sony. Sony
Yeah.
via Netflix. Okay.
Yep.
So maybe them. I don't know. Like well, actually, which studio made the insert in Scary Movies 7? With which studio did that fucking bit?
Gooch is still cackling over Scary Movie 7.
Still laughing, waking up in a cold sweat, laughing at Scary Movie 7.
Oh my God. So many funny jokes in that movie.
So many fun jokes about smoking weed. How funny is that? That a grown man is smoking weed. Isn't that hilarious?
It is. It is.
God, it was so stupid. Such a bad movie.
Oh,
Laugh is so bad. Dude.
that's so
Brutal.
bad. Oh, so bad. It was so stupid, dude. Oh my God.
Come on. Kai Cenat getting his head cut off. Great
The second he
stuff.
showed up, like as I mentally checked out of the movie so hard. I was just like, we're just doing point and look at thing. Like, it's come on, let's do something.
Yeah.
Make a joke here.
Well, that's it. We'll talk Supergirl, some other stuff next week as well. That's our Pixar rankings, though. Shout out to Pixar. But that's it for Gooch, Kenjac. I'm Jeffrey Lowe. We'll talk to you next time.